Against a black cavernous space, three-dimensional animations of 7 rooms pulsating with the music, each enshrouded in white, lace-like webs. Fragments of missing walls and floors replaced by intricate webbing. Passing through each room, the white intersecting strands outline and isolate each object, building ghostly specters. In flashes, fragmented furnishings reform into realistic contents of the artist's rooms. Through a wall, floors then disappear into carefully knotted macrame. An irregular plume of green wrapped in webbing floats outside a set of windows. The ghostly rooms of white webbing float against a black universe. Slowly, the rooms spin, turning one into the next, each a spectral image of its original self. White webbing forms ghostly outlines of a couch with pillows, a fireplace, a piano. Diamond-shaped patterns, loosely knotted together, spread across the floor, while densely woven mesh disguises each wall. A wooden bookshelf filled with books, a black couch, a radiator, are visible within the lacy mesh. Columns of woven shapes float across the black expanse. In a studio, musical instruments are camouflaged beneath draping webs as the room slowly turns in space. Indistinct shapes, molded and softened by clusters of woven threads. The greenery of potted plants push through their white blankets to stand in full color. A room devoid of most furniture, ghostly forms of things not really there. A shrouded landscape of green floats past an open window. In another room, the webbing congeals into human form. As color begins to fill the room, a woman is standing beside a set of floor drums. Behind her, a marimba, and to her left, a glockenspiel and vibraphone. The studio, now fully visible, reveals a work table with dozens of drumsticks and mallets. Barefoot, she stands on a white rug. In another room, still shrouded by fragments of webs, another woman stands, playing a small electric keyboard attached to a laptop. As the room slowly spins, 5 identical images of her repeat in different areas. Now, in a room with no white webbing, a barefoot man plays a viola. His image is reflected by a full-length mirror leaning against the wall. A woman wears a pink dress and plays violin in a room with large windows. A zebra print chair is near a tall plant, an electric piano under one window. Geometric black shapes break up the view of the trees outside the windows, which appear to have broken panes of glass. A barefoot man sits on a tall stool playing a double bass in a room with a fireplace and upright piano. 2 small harps are stored in the corner, next to a Chinese 2-door lacquered cabinet. A barefoot woman plays a violin in a living dining room. She faces an ornate gold mirror leaning against one wall. As the room rotates, another wall breaks into shards like a Calder mobile. The room blurs into another living room where another barefoot woman is playing a cello. Behind the broken shards of the wall, the first woman still plays. In the cluttered percussionist studio, the walls break and reassemble to reveal the man playing viola in his carefully arranged living room. From above, the rooms grow smaller and float out into the black expanse. Our view slowly floats through the room with many windows, very thinly veiled by knotted webs and strands. Then we pass through the window into the darkness beyond. Outside, a fragment of green lawn and trees cocooned within woven, white, lacy webs. A galaxy-like extension of stars forms a ramp to this landscape. On this ramp, a wooden circle of flooring rotates. The 7 musicians arranged around the edge of the circle face inward toward each other. We look down upon them. Then, from the side, they are encircled by mountains and valleys of a connective web, which slowly disappears. Small twinkling white lights form a glowing orb above the center of the rotating musicians. This small, spinning galaxy of stars tilts and turns as it dances above them. Our view slowly moves up and away from the musicians into the vast black expanse around them. Now, hills and craters of an icy landscape are revealed to be a nose, eyes, and face of a musician. Each musician's head is carved in crystal, and as each diaphanous head turns, the scene behind changes. A sunset over the ocean, twinkling stars in a dark night sky, mist in a forest glen, snow-covered fir trees, a rocky cliff. Light from each landscape plays upon each translucent skull, passing through, illuminating and reflecting, sometimes glowing pink, yellow, dark green, blue, silver, through the cracks and fissures, molten, alive. A golden sunrise. A flash and a beam of yellow light shoots up from the top of the head through the blue and green aurora borealis. We follow the beam up into the sky, blanketed with stars. k'uKu by Pauchi Sasaki. k'uKu was composed and recorded during the COVID-19 sanitary crisis. Musicians from Ithaca, New York City, Berkeley, and Lima captured a 3D scan of themselves in their confinement spaces. Most of the visuals and instruments were recorded with cell phones. Video artist Juan Carlos Yanura. Voices and electronics Pauchi Sasaki. Violin Emily Smith. Nanae Iwata. Viola Kyle Armbrust. Cello Jane Cords. Contrabass Logan Coale. Percussion Haruka Fujii. Mixed by Carlos Kuya. k'uKu was commissioned by America's Society. Dedicated to Ikam Lo Sasaki.
Thank you for watching and good night.
Bye.
Bye.